my name's Kristen, and I'm the owner of a bio or crime scene and hoarding cleanup company. Seriously, you're multitasking.
I have other stuff I should do.
Hi, my name's Kristen.
Finished Miguel. It was also with
How about this?
Oh. Hi, my name's Kristen, and I'm the owner of a bio and hoarding cleanup company. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got into this business and what a day on our job might look like for you. Hi, my name's Kristen, and I'm the owner of a bio or crime scene and hoarding cleanup company. I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got into this business and what it might mean for you to come work for us. I learned about the bio and hoarding cleanup business a number of years ago, and as I was learning more, I realized that the people that we're helping, whether it's because they've lost a loved one or lost a tenant or are working with their father who has collected so many things over the years that his house is no longer livable, the common factor between all those individuals is that they're in a situation they never expected to be in. They're in a situation they don't want to be in. They've never been in before. They're maybe scared. They're angry. They're frightened. They don't know what to expect next. And I realized that that was a business that I could come into and I could treat people fairly. I could treat them with respect. I could help so that cleaning up this situation was one less thing that had to be difficult for them, or at least that could be as easy as possible. I knew that I could care about the people that I worked with, and I could treat them respectfully and with love. And so that's how I got into this business. Now let me tell you what a day on the job might look like. Let's say you're working in a hoarding situation. You may know that for the next 3 days, that's going to be your job. Sometimes it's 2 days, sometimes it's a week. Regardless of the length of time, you're going to be working really hard. You're going to be lifting maybe years worth of magazines or newspapers. There's always furniture to move. Usually, there's a heavy sofa bed in the basement that needs to go out, or a freezer or a refrigerator that needs to be removed. Not everything leaves the house. We certainly want things to stay in it. So we're helping the individual sort through what can go, what needs to stay, what has to go because it has been in contact with mold or with mouse feces or things like that. So we're working alongside the individual. We're doing the heavy lifting, and after we've done the heavy lifting and gotten things out of the home or things rearranged within the home, we're cleaning. We're cleaning out the years of dust that no one's been able to get to. We're cleaning out the grime in the bathroom that someone hasn't cleaned for years. That's part of our job as cleaning out in a hoarding situation. At the end of the day or at the end of the job, it's amazing how different the place looks. And that really is a great feeling. Now, if the job for the day happens to be a crime scene, it's going to look a lot different. The day might not be as long. It might still be long. We're going to be cleaning, detailed cleaning, trying to get all the blood, the fluids, and the tissue out of that home or that business so that the reminder isn't there. Sometimes we're removing carpeting, sometimes we're removing furniture, but it's a lot of detailed cleaning. There again, we may have the family present, they may not be present. Either way, we're treating their things with respect. We're doing our job quietly, as quickly as is possible, but still being thorough, and then we're leaving. So let's broaden this out to look at what a week might look like. You may know that you'll be working on a hoarding job for a week. You may know that next week there's another job scheduled. Sometimes we may find out about a crime scene job or another bio situation, and it needs to be done within 2 hours, and we're on the job. Sometimes it might be the next day, and so we know we're going the next day. There may be days where we don't have work, where we're waiting for a phone call to come in. That is part of how our business works. We don't always have a full schedule. Some weeks you might work 60 hours, and the following week you might work a day or two. There are periods where it's a little bit slower, but there are people who need us, and we get those calls and we treat them with care, and we want to go out and do that work. If this sounds like a job that you're interested in, where you want to help people, and you can do hard work, we would love to have you apply. In the past, some of the people we've hired have had experience cleaning, maybe in a hospital or another setting. They've had experience moving, so they know how to lift heavy objects. They've had experience as bio or crime scene or hoarding cleanup crews in the past, or maybe just general restoration, maybe after fire or water damage. Some people come to us without any experience, but with a desire to help and a knowledge that they can work hard, that they can follow the directions that we'll give them, and they can learn. If you're interested in applying, please click on the link and fill out the online application. We will take a look at that information and we'll give you a call back to set up an interview. Thank you, and we look forward to meeting you.
Oh no, it wasn't plugged in again.
You're not kidding.
I'm kidding.
Then why does it still say start recording?
And then describe what the job might be like for you. I learned about the bio and hoarding business a number of years ago. And when I learned about it, I found out one thing that really intrigued me. Kristen, today might not be as long. It might still be long. We're going to be cleaning, detailed cleaning, trying to get all the blood, the fluids, and the tissue out of that home or that business so that the reminder isn't there. Sometimes we're removing carpeting, sometimes we're removing furniture, but it's a lot of detailed cleaning. There again, we may have the family present, they may not be present. Either way, we're treating their things with respect. We're doing our job quietly, as quickly as is possible, but we're still being thorough, and then we're moving. So let's broaden this out to look at what a week might look like.
So if we take it from there, from a week in the job,
Mm-hmm.
that's where my reporting cut out. And then how much farther in your script is that?
That's near the end.
And they all. When you.
Okay.
Outs and the but still being thorough, and then we're moving. So let's broaden this out to look at what a week might look like.
Okay.
Plug in your
You may
adapter.
know that you'll be working on a hoarding job for a week.
Don't forget your
You may
adapter.
know that next week there's another job scheduled. Sometimes we may find out about a crime scene job or another.
We take it from find out about a crime scene job last minute.
No, I'll start with let's broaden it out. Broadcasting, still going?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So let's broaden it out and look at what a week.
Wait, no. This is so dumb.
I learned about the bio. Hi, my name's Kristen, and I'm the owner of a bio, crime scene, and hoarding cleanup. Hi, my name's Kristen.
Five,
Is
four,
this still recording?
3, 2. Okay.
Let's broaden it out and look at what a week might look like, or a couple of weeks. You may know that you have a hoarding job for 3 days or for 5 days. We may have another one scheduled the next week. There are some weeks, however, where we don't know what the schedule is going to be like until the week gets started. We may get a phone call on Monday morning for a job that needs to be done that day, and we're there in a couple of hours getting it done. We may know that we have a job 2 days down the road. We can't do this with that animal.
No, it won't pick it up.
Okay. Let's broaden it out and look at what a week on the job might look like, or a couple of weeks. You may know that you have a hoarding job for 3 days, or for 5 days, and another one the next week.
Summer, stop.
Let's broaden it out and look at what a week or a couple of weeks on the job might look like. You may have a hoarding job that takes 3 days or 5 days. Some of those days might be 10-hour days. Some might be a little bit shorter. You may know that you have another hoarding job the next week. There are times, though, when we may not have anything scheduled. We may come in to learn about a job on Monday morning, and we may be working at that job a couple of hours later. There may be days where we don't have work. That's how this business goes. Sometimes we have a lot, and sometimes there are days where we don't have anything. That's part of how it works, and that's something that you need to be aware of and know about ahead of time to know if that fits into your lifestyle or works with your personality. If we have a bio job, sometimes, like I said, we're doing it a couple of hours later. Sometimes it's scheduled, and we might be doing it starting the next morning. But it's important to us that you're responsive, that you check your phone, you check your texts, so that if there's a job, we can get a hold of you and get a crew out to get started. If this job still interests you, if you're interested in helping people, treating them with compassion, and know that there's going to be a lot of hard work at the same time, we would really encourage you to apply. Click on the link, fill out the online application, and we'll get that information. We'll take a look at it. We'll schedule some time to talk with you. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to hearing more from you soon. Can I be done?
Yeah. I don't even want to do it. No, it was not a recording error, and it is not a high load.